The Boston Celtics are on the verge of shaking things up, and fans, you won't want to miss this. Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could bring a star wing to the TD Garden, adding even more firepower to an already formidable roster. What does this mean for our championship aspirations? Hold on to your seats because this news could change the landscape of the Eastern Conference. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button to stay in the loop with all the latest Celtics updates. The Boston Celtics are making waves with a blockbuster trade proposal that has fans buzzing. Imagine this. The Celtics bringing in Cameron Johnson and Gary Harris while sending Jrue Holiday to the Orlando Magic. This is a move that could elevate the team even further in their quest for another championship. Johnson's numbers this season are impressive, averaging 19, 5 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 3.0 assists per game, while shooting a remarkable 43.6% from beyond the arc. He brings not just scoring, but also defensive prowess to the table, making him a valuable asset for any title contender. Now, let's talk about the implications of losing Jrue Holiday. Yes, he's a seasoned veteran and a key player in our rotation, but with the emergence of Peyton Pritchard, the Celtics might be able to weather that storm. Moving Holiday would also alleviate some financial burdens, especially with the new CBA restrictions weighing heavily on teams. The Celtics are trying to navigate these financial waters carefully, and getting off Holiday's long-term contract could be a strategic win in the long run. Adding Harris, although an expiring contract, gives the Celtics some flexibility and depth. He has been a reliable player, and having him on board could provide that extra lift when the team needs it most. It's worth noting that while these proposed trades might never see the light of day, they certainly spark conversation among the fan base. It's fascinating to think about how these adjustments could reshape the roster and the team's dynamics. So, what does this mean for our chances this season? If this trade were to go through, I truly believe we would solidify our standing as one of the top contenders. Johnson's ability to stretch the floor and score efficiently would complement our existing stars beautifully, and it would definitely make us tougher to deal with in the playoffs. However, the emotional toll of parting with Holiday can't be overlooked, especially since he's been such a pivotal part of our success. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. While the potential gains are exciting, the loss of Holiday could leave a mark. I want to hear your opinions down below. What do you think of this proposed trade? Would you welcome Johnson and Harris into the fold? Or do you think we should stick with Holiday? And it's hard not to feel a mix of excitement and anxiety as we dissect the potential trade that could see Kristaps Porzingis on the move. Trading for Porzingis last season felt like a masterstroke, a perfect blend of size, skill, and shooting that seemed to elevate our championship aspirations. But, as we've all seen, the injury bug has a way of haunting this franchise, and Porzingis is no stranger to that. Now, reports are surfacing that the Celtics might entertain trading him in a deal that would land us Nikola Vucevic and Torrey Craig from the Chicago Bulls. On the surface, this trade seems to be a calculated risk, one that could pay off in the short and long term. Vucevic has proven to be an Iron Man, consistently playing in at least 73 games over the past 3 seasons. That reliability is crucial for a team with its sights set on the title, especially when you consider how Porzingis' playoff run was marred by injury. Sure, Vucevic might not bring the same defensive prowess that Porzingis does, but let's be real here. This Celtics squad is loaded with defensive talent. We've got Marcus Smart, Derek White, and Jason Tatum, who can lock down just about anyone on their day. Vucevic could slide in and provide that offensive punch without compromising our defensive identity too much. Plus, his shooting, he's hitting 45.5% from beyond the arc this season, could really stretch the floor for our dynamic wing players. Imagine the space he could create for Tatum and Brown to operate. But I know what you're thinking. Is this really the right move? I'm honestly torn. Porzingis has the potential to be a game changer when healthy, but his history casts a long shadow over his future in green. If we move him, are we really putting all our chips in with Vucevic, who, while a fantastic player, might not have the same ceiling? It's a gamble for sure. Then there's the financial aspect. The new CBA is looming over the Celtics, and we need to be smart about how we manage our roster. This trade could help us avoid hefty tax penalties down the line, allowing us to keep our core intact while still pursuing immediate success. It's a balancing act, and the front office is walking a tightrope. And you, what do you think? Is trading Porzingis the best decision for the Celtics? Or should we stick it out with him and hope he can stay healthy for a full season? I want to hear your opinions down below. After a tough loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder, it's clear that the Boston Celtics faced some significant challenges on the court. This game snapped a 3-game win streak, and let's be honest, it wasn't just a minor setback. Jaylen Brown, who had a stellar first half scoring 21 points, went completely silent after halftime. It's frustrating to see a player of his caliber get shut down like that. Brown credited the Thunder for their defensive adjustments, particularly how Lu Dort stepped up in the second half. I mean, that's just a tough break for us. Brown acknowledged the Thunder's physicality and the need for better offensive spacing, which is absolutely spot on. This is a team that thrives on movement and creating opportunities, and when the spacing collapses, it becomes a grind to score. Jason Tatum led the way with 26 points, but he needed more help from his teammates. Kristaps Porzingis pointed out that the Celtics played stupid in the second half. It's hard to argue with that. After holding a 10-point lead at halftime, the Celtics were outscored 50-27 in the second half. That's just unacceptable for a championship-caliber team. Porzingis mentioned giving away possessions, which is a recipe for disaster, especially against a team like the Thunder that capitalized on every mistake. It's clear that the Celtics need to regroup and figure out how to maintain their composure when the pressure ramps up. After a team meeting following a rough December, they seem to be on the right track. But this loss raises questions about their consistency and focus. Now, as they prepare to face the Nuggets in their next game, I can't help but wonder where this team is headed. Are these mistakes just a bump in the road, or are they indicative of deeper issues? I'm torn on whether this is the right path. We've seen flashes of brilliance, but also moments of complete breakdown. And you, what do you think? Are the Celtics capable of bouncing back stronger from this loss? Or is this a sign of larger problems? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. As fans, we invest so much hope and passion into this team, and it's these ups and downs that make the journey so intense. Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay connected with everything Boston Celtics. It's going to be a wild ride, and I can't wait to see how this season unfolds.